I just got lunch. I thought I would make a YouTube video from the park. Today I got a beef taco. We got rice and beans. And that right there is a beef burrito. So don't mind me while I eat. I'll remove all the nasty eating noises. I'm sure you don't want to hear that. So as you know, lately, there's been a lot of talk about YouTube and getting monetized, 4,000 hours, 8,000 hours. And this video is not necessarily about that. To be honest, I am monetized, but with the amount of views I get, it's really minimal. So there's a few things that I want to talk about. I don't know if you've noticed, but most of the videos about 4,000 hours, 8,000 hours, and people being upset, YouTube is broken, YouTube's destroyed. Have you noticed? These are the creators that are clearly very monetized. And I think that they're just playing on you to try to get you riled up and be upset. Mainly just for their views. What you don't realize is by clicking on those videos, you're just giving them more views, more money. But I think it's also really lame of them to make those kind of videos, but not make videos telling people how to even achieve it. And if you ask me, that's kind of stupid. So yesterday my friend sent me a video and he was telling me, check out this YouTube video. This guy talks about a lot of the same things you talk about. And what's funny is he was the original person that I saw, which made me even want to start YouTube. And it's not because of what you think. And I think maybe this advice isn't talked about, probably because in a lot of ways it's kind of messed up, but I think it will really help. When I first started thinking about YouTube, I ended up seeing different creators and I was watching their content and I thought to myself, they're not doing anything that I can't do. And if anything, this guy's giving garbage information. And it made me just realize that there's a lot of crappy people that were in a position that I wanted to be in. Just as someone that created content, not making any money from it or anything like that, I just thought to myself, you know, it would be cool to be monetized. Let me look at this guy's channel. Look at all the views that he gets. That's crazy. And all these people seem happy with what he's saying. So maybe I can do the same thing. Unlike most people, I went on YouTube and I started looking at a lot of different creators and I saw people that were actually doing a good job as well. And I wanted to emulate the people that did well. But I think the most important person of all of them was the guy that I thought did a bad job. And the reason being is because it gave me inspiration and motivation to keep going. It made me realize you didn't have to be a perfect person in order to pull this off. You don't need to be the smartest person. You don't need to be the most beautiful. You don't need to be anything other than what you are. I've seen so many people make it on the platform just being who they are and not being an amazing superstar. So that gave me hope. The other thing that I think is really important, especially as a channel where a lot of times you're trying to do this and you get discouraged, I would find creators that I really enjoyed, ones that I looked up to, and I would go into their video archive and I would go all the way back to the beginning and I would watch, granted they had them on, but I would watch the videos that were really bad. And it made me just realize everybody starts somewhere. And some people, they took off fast. Some people, they took off really slow. It just showed me that regardless of the pace, ultimately they all made it there and they just had to put themselves out there and be willing to look stupid. And even the best creators out there, their beginning videos, a lot of them, they look kind of stupid. So I guess when it comes down to it, and you're trying to do this, and you're trying to make your channel work, I don't think there's a problem with finding motivation from someone that you feel you could do better than. Maybe for you, you're watching this and you're like, dude, I could do better than you. And if that's the case, I think that's awesome. And maybe for you, I am that creator. Maybe for you, you're thinking, dude, this guy made a stupid ass video. I could do better than that. So I would tell you, by all means, use me as inspiration, because somehow, miraculously, I did get monetized. I reached my subs, I reached my watch hours, and a lot of it was through daily vlogs, but at the same time, a lot of it, I did make videos that I think gave value. And those values still to this day are still creating value, still getting views daily, where a lot of my daily vlogs aren't. So I think a lot of this is just about being honest with who you are, what you can do, and also looking in the mirror and realizing that you could do this. Because a lot of the times, the reason why you're not gonna be consistent putting stuff out is just you don't want to look stupid, and you don't want to waste your time. You don't want people to find your videos. And I'm telling you, if you can get past that part, that's the biggest struggle in the process. And beyond that, it's just smooth sailing. You just make these videos, you put them out. If they work, if they don't. But at the end of the day, for some people, they really do work. So right now I'm at J Street Marina. And to me, this is like my little place that I like to go to. It's really peaceful. It's not too crowded. And I have water all around me. $1 million boats. The bay. I can see Coronado Bridge in the background. It's a nice place. It's peaceful. It's calm. I just like to hang out here. What about you? Like, where do you go? Do you go to a park? Do you have like a safe place that you go to? Majority of my life, I've never had a place like that. I've never done things like that. And I think the minute I started vlogging, I started actually going places, and then I would go to these parks and I would think to myself, why did I never utilize this free space, you know? But this has been one of the places that I've really enjoyed. I live out here, it's near my home, and this is my spot. Welcome.